Harry's story about a Ford recall is getting a huge response online.
Well, Ford recalled more than 130,000 EcoSports, Focuses, and Fiestas from 2016 through 2022. Now, there's a class action lawsuit, and the plaintiff's attorney has a lot to say, don't they, Harry?
They sure do. People had a lot to say about this, too. 1,800 comments online from people weighing in on this. The lawsuit alleges that Ford knew about this defect in its 1-liter EcoBoost engines as far back as 2016. We helped a customer with a temporary repair, but the permanent repair won't be available until early 2025. It's been a few weeks since Atlanta News First Investigates helped Vanessa Stevens get a replacement engine for her 2019 Ford EcoSport. When the engine failed, there was no fix, so the car sat in her garage for months. How's it been since you got the new engine, the temporary replacement engine?
Okay. That's all I can say is okay.
She's relieved to have her car back, but the replacement engine has the same defect as the original, and the replacement parts won't be ready until early 2025. Here's what Ford says about the 1-liter engines in the EcoSport and the Ford Focus years 2016 through 2022. The oil drive belt tensioner arm may fracture or separate, causing a loss of vehicle power and power braking assist, increasing the risk of a crash.
It causes the engine to seize. If you're driving, it can cause your power brakes to fail. It's a serious safety issue.
Tim Matthews is one of several attorneys who are representing Ford owners in a class action lawsuit against the company.
We allege that Ford knew this was a problem from a very early date. When you have a rubber belt circulating through oil, it's imperative that you ensure that that's a very robust system. And they did not. And what happens is these belts degrade over time.
According to the lawsuit, their engines, like Vanessa's, failed between 60 and 90,000 miles just outside the car's warranty. They can't drive the cars or sell them, but are still responsible for monthly payments and insurance premiums. The lawsuit alleges that Ford failed to disclose the fact that the engines equipped in the class vehicles are, as described by one Ford dealership employee, time bombs.
As far as we know, they have not figured out a fix for this problem, or they haven't announced what the fix is. So engines that they're putting in right now have the same exact defect and will still need to be fixed in the future.
Vanessa is lucky. After our investigation, Ford reimbursed $1,800 for ride shares and rentals, but that is not the norm. A lot of people online were saying, get rid of it, get rid of it.
Yeah, well, due to my circumstances, I am looking into getting rid of it. I just need to determine when I'm going to do it.
And we have some clarification from Ford because it is offering customers several options and says, we'll put this up, extended loan vehicles are approved rentals if a vehicle is exhibiting the concern and no longer has powertrain warranty coverage and an interim repair part is not available, which it's not. Ford is also offering a refund for owner-paid repairs covered by the recall. You can go through Ford or you could go through the dealership for the refund. And finally, Ford dealers are pre-approved to refund owner-paid emergency repairs that were performed away from an authorized servicing dealer. A lot to go, a lot to deal with there. We've got it all online for you. I am Better Call Harry, Atlanta News First Investigates.